What are furries, you ask? Well, geez. Where do I even start with that one? Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of the Muse's Corner, the show where I give you my insights on things, various topics here, there, and everywhere. Today I wanted to talk about furries! Because the thing is, I totally geared this channel towards just being something that I would market exclusively towards the fandom, and then I kind of just expanded what I was doing on here, and it kind of just... expanded is a good way to leave it. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. And so now that I'm kind of using this to touch on general subjects, and there's probably going to be people wandering in here that don't even know what the hell a furry is, I figured, well, now would be a good time to explain what it is. So, what are furries? Are you ready? It's complicated. It's super, like, this thing is just, this is like really, oh my god, it's going to be a long definition. Get ready. People who like animal characters. No, seriously, that's it. Oh, you go talk to various furries, and the one thing you'll find in common, the one thing that links all of this community together is we like animal characters. That's it, really. And from there, it just kind of splinters off into various different things. You got furries who do art, photography, writing, like me, YouTube, like me also, and all kinds of other things. And, you know, there's other questions people ask too in regards to what furries are, and they'll say things like, do you need to have a costume in order to be part of the community? No, you don't need a fursuit to be a part of the furry community. Heck, you don't even need a fursona, that is, the characters we often we often create to represent ourselves in the fandom. You don't even need that, really. You just need to like animal characters. That's it. Really, no, really, that's it. That's it. In the video, that's it. We're done. Wrap it up, gang. We're out of here. But, okay, we're not only going to stop there, though. You might be wondering, what do we do? Aside from dress up like animal characters and other things like that. So, what do? Well, we gather together in various online communities and offline communities. There's lots of furry chat rooms. In fact, hang around long enough and you'll probably hear me talk about, I was in a furry chat room the other day, and in my previous video... Wait, no, that didn't happen. That was in a private message, so never mind. But, yeah, we'll gather around in chat rooms, websites, all kinds of places, and we gather around in events. And what kind of events? Well, just meetups, really. Just meetups, you know, that take place at different areas. Speaking from the Southern California or SoCal perspective, we have meetups that take place in parks. There's one going on today at a bowling alley, but I have work, so I can't do that, which kind of sucks. And we also have a meetup at the Executive Suite bar and club, which, if any of you are watching Instagram, you may have seen Nico the Muse giving you a nice hello when he was there the other night, Wednesday night, hitting up the place for some karaoke in fursuit. And yeah, that's pretty much like the basics. I mean, really, we meet up, we do things, we write, we art, we draw, we do music, we also say redundant things, and we also have conventions as well. I forgot to mention that. There's like conventions all over the place. We have conventions in California, Arizona, Pittsburgh, can't forget Anthropon. Where is MFF again? I always forget where MFF is. Isn't it Illinois? Anyways, Mid-East of America. We also have them in Texas, surprisingly to some. And furries have also spread throughout the world because we got conventions going on in the UK. Japan, I think, has even hosted some. So we're kind of just everywhere. And how do you know someone's a furry? You won't, really. Unless they're kind of like me, where it's like, you know, my friend back there, and I also will clip my badges to my backpack as well. Badges being little things like this. Basically, it's just artwork you get done that shows what your character is, and furries will often wear these at events they go to, so you kind of know who they are. You know, you're like, oh, you know, this is your character, and people will often refer to each other by whatever their species is. So they'll look at this and be like, oh, so you're a rabbit. I'm like, yeah, I'm a rabbit. You know, it's an interesting world that exists within our reality, but also exists in its own reality. That's a really good way of putting it. Someone was talking about furries said that, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much what it feels like a lot of the times. It's like you're entering into the Twilight Zone, although it's not as scary and ironic as as that. And that, I mean, that's it. Without splintering off into like other things like what a fursona is, which this can get its own video as well, on how to explain how that works and the process of making a character and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, I know there's like a lot of people who do these big productions. Like there's even a website like on What Is Furry, and I'm like, and I'm over here like in the first 2 minutes I killed it. You pretty much know the basics of what it is, you know, and what a furry is, and how do you know? Oh yeah, I kind of trailed off from how do you know what a furry is, but yeah, you really never really know because we're everywhere. You know, there's teachers, there's lawyers, there's doctors, there's cops, there's webcam people, there's writers, there's all kinds of people who are furries, and I think the thing with them springing up more and more now is that I think they're kind of slowly making their way into being accepted by society, because before people used to think they're like this really weird thing, and I know a lot of people will still think they're weird, but that doesn't help. And I think really furries kind of shot themselves in the foot with that one, because a lot of furries are secretive about the fandom. Like, heaven forbid you mention, like me, there's a lot of people who are probably thinking I'm committing career suicide now because I name dropped, I mentioned my name on my website, my first name, which is Ignacio. Oh no, I doxed myself. Oh no, there goes my career aspirations. You know, it's just, you know, there's people who do that. And then it didn't help the media kind of focus on the more fetishistic side of things, because like any fandom, there's people who sexualize it. Your mind control off from there if you want to. And furries try to play that down too. I remember seeing a furry talking to somebody at a beach bonfire meetup, which is actually pretty slamming, by the way. And they're trying to say, like, oh, you know, furries are not into this, and they're not, you know, they're not all furries do sexual things. And I think people generally know that. Me, I prefer to just speak for myself. Let my game speak, so to speak. You know, put my money where my mouth, well, not really put my money where my mouth is, but you can go and you can browse my Twitter, you can see that I'm fairly not like a sexed up furry. I mean, okay, Nico the Muse poses in his fishnets. Everybody gets a little sometimes, but I mean, you know, I don't plaster what my bedroom interests are all over my Twitter. I like to be a little bit a little bit more clean than that. But yeah, you know, and there's, it seems like people just like put too much effort into it when it's just really a simple thing. It's kind of like explaining Christianity. What's Christianity? People who follow the teachings of Christ, believe in God, and believe in these set principles, and then from there it splinters off. So that's all I really got. I mean, I know this isn't like as like digging in as my previous vlogs and things have been, but I think it's just kind of, it's something I needed to bring up and kind of just explain. I mean, I know there's probably people who are going to watch this and go, it's a lot more complicated and big than that, and I kind of want to keep this video short. Let's aim for under 30 minutes, 20 minutes more maybe. So, do you have any questions about furries, or any questions for me regarding furries? Sound off in the comments below. I am like one of the friendliest people you'll meet. I'm not going to be like, oh no, I better not talk to this person, because what if they're with the media? And furries actually will get like that. They'll pipe up and not say anything. And I think now, with more people taking a genuine interest in what furries are and finding out what they are, I think now is the time to just come out of the kennel. And seriously, there are furries who say they're coming out of the closet or coming out of the kennel with their parents about being furry. And I get if like you live in like super conservative Bible Belt USA, but your struggles are not your own. Or you're not alone in those struggles. Go talk to a D&D player that lives in the deep south sometime. But generally, it's not something you gotta be like, oh no, nobody can find us out. You know, some people actually find that to be really cool. So anyways, yeah, fling your comments, fling your ideas, fling your questions, fling your whatnots at me, as long as it's presentable. And rate, comment, and subscribe for more furry content, for more Muse's Corner, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody.